Good.
All right, Trina, we're back. What's going on?
Well,
How you
we
doing
had
this
a.
evening?
I'm doing good. You made such a great meal.
Oh, don't talk about my meals.
Oh man, that meal
Yeah,
was
everybody get
good.
all jealous and want to come over and eat.
well,
So what's going on?
I don't have to cook. I wouldn't have to cook it, so I wouldn't care if they came. But no, you made a nice salad, and then we had was it grilled? Was it grilled chicken? What kind? I know that sauce that you made, gravy that you made with the onions and what was it like pan seared or what kind of?
Yeah, it was pan-seared breast. What I did was I sliced it real thin, put on my special sauce, my little recipe of seasonings, fried it up, and then I sauteed. I made my homemade gravy, and I sauteed it, stirred it up. You know what I mean? It was just made with love. I can't help it, baby. You know
Yeah,
what
it
can I
was. It
say?
went down with love too. I loved every
Yeah.
bite of it. All
So what's
right.
up?
Our topic for tonight
We
is what
went
would you
through
do?
already. What if the first week, and then we went with did you know? Now this week is what would you do?
What would you do? All
And
right.
you got to put that if in it because it can go either way. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna more or less try to start off. Or you want to start off today?
No, you start off. I started off
All
last week.
right. What if?
What would you do?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what would you do?
What would you do? What would you do if you had a chance to go back in time? How about that?
Oh man, Rick, that's a good question.
How about that?
Like a time period or
Any way you want to get back in time, like for instance, to go back and get last week's lottery numbers or something, so you can win. I don't know, but like, what what would you do if you could go back in time?
what would I do?
See, now these are not rehearsed. These are just
Yeah, they're not. They're
something
not.
that we just threw out.
When you said that, I was thinking more or less a time period. Like
Hmm.
what time period would I want to go back to?
Hmm. Okay.
And that's what popped in my mind when you first said it.
All
Because
right. Well,
I
let's
think
spit it out. What
yeah,
would you
we've
do?
had this discussion when we watched like an old
Oh, Western or something.
Western or yeah, and you look at, the food and the way people dressed and I would like to go back really before fake eyelashes, fake boobs, fake butts, fake hair, like all that just unnecessary. I mean, I remember when I was in high school, I was 15 years old, and my father,
Yeah, like you was a brick house then, was
I, let me just say, God's blessed me in many ways. But thank you, my love of 40 plus years.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I remember when I was 15 years old, and I had like I've always had long hair.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't care what kind of hair you got. If you got short hair, you want long hair. If you got long hair, you want short hair. If you got long hair and it's straight and nappy, or it's nappy, then you want it straight. If it's I just probably in my late 60s figured out how to do my do. I just put a little water on it, some hair grease, plait it in plaits, and then I wake up seriously, and I got these little curls. So
Hmm.
I figured out a way to save
Or make
$1,000 a
it
week.
happen,
Yeah,
make it happen for
and make
you,
it look okay.
rather than going to the beauty parlor.
Yeah, because I
I don't
never
know.
was a sit in the beauty parlor. That's not the girl I am. I could never
Yeah, sit underneath the
sit for
dryers and
7 8 hours trying to look like something.
trying to get
No.
them like what they call Shirley Temple curls and all that.
Yeah, none of that. None of that. The weaves
Yeah,
and
my sister used to
all
be
that.
wearing them a lot of Shirley
So
Temple
yeah,
curls.
she had real hair. Her hair was long
Yeah.
and pretty too. But I remember when I was 15, my father went into this Black Panther mode, and he wanted all his girls to get their hair cut and wear afros. He wanted us to go natural. So we all got he made us. We didn't volunteer to do it. He made us get our hair cut, and we had afros. And what's so funny is my grandmother was a beautician. She like to had a heart attack.
Well, when you got the afro.
When my father took us, he took us to a barber, and the barber, like
he hooked you
washed
up.
our hair. When we were younger, your hair would freeze, frizz up, and it would be like an afro, and they just trimmed it.
Right.
And I was kind of cool with it in the beginning. I really was, because you had Angela Davis, and you had Good Times on, and they were wearing, afros were in, and they were just beautiful, and I liked it. And then eventually, I got it cut short. No, it started to break off, and it got short. My hair got short. So for the first time in my life, my father had it cut, and then it started to break off, because it was, my grandmother used to do our hair every couple of weeks. We went to the beauty salon because she was a hairdresser. She was one of the well-known hairdressers in the area, and so our hair always looked nice. She always, we were like the last customers, but we still got our hair done. And
so I've been on Easter time. You would fly too.
Oh yeah, Shirley Temple curls and bangs, and
you name it, huh?
But that period, everybody was natural. Like, you saw a girl and you said, okay, she was born that way. She had short hair. But girls made their short hair look so beautiful. And if you had long hair, you took what God gave you and you made it your own, and you made it beautiful. You didn't have all these choices of going out and so I would go back into time when people were just born with what they had, and just took what God gave them and just made it work for them.
Okay, so what age was that?
I was 15.
So you
well, I mean 15 and below that. So
that's
60s,
like
60s.
60s. So that's Woodstock area, huh?
Well, maybe in between Woodstock and
60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just think people were different, were different then. They, you cared more about your character. You cared more about how you look.
Right.
You cared more about how you actually went outside, and how, I mean, like, we had our outside play clothes, and then we had our church clothes, then we had our school clothes, and then we had where we were going to a birthday party or some kind of our special clothes.
Right.
But you always you had on clothes. Like today, like Kanye's wife goes to a grand premiere naked. Like, what is it coming to? What, I mean, I believe that women should, and we might get some calls or some comments about this, but I think women should leave.
Speak your piece, baby.
I think women should leave suspicion for anybody, any man. Don't just show them all you got. They got nothing to look forward to.
Yeah. And like, as a man, I kind of like want to miss that too, like the intriguement of, like, knowing what's behind door number one, door number two.
Exactly.
And, like, more or less making your way to those doors. You know what I mean? Because it was like a level. You just didn't go in there and do what you had to do. You had to go to a certain level.
Sometimes you had to beg.
Yeah. You had to put, like, I mean, a lot of them was like Keith Sweat. A lot of people was rolling that way, but that was the way in, and that's the way you took. But
that's my take on it. What's your take?
My take? I don't know.
What's your question?
I just put that out there. I thought about it for a moment, but I didn't want to be ahead of you. But, like, you brought up some very good points. Myself, and, like, now that I'm older, health conscientious, I wish my age when I was coming up, when everything was, like, natural. I want to say, and plus I'm caught up in, like, the Western days anyway, when, like, the beef, you could just go out there and slab beef and, like, have a steak on the grill by nightfall. You know what I mean? And, like, it was no impurities and all that other stuff, and, like,
chemicals.
Yeah, and people grew their own stuff. They grew their own vegetables, so you was getting a hearty meal. Like a potato was a potato. It wasn't a sweet potato.
And if you didn't grow it, you could go to, like, your neighborhood store or your neighbor who did have a big garden, and you still got natural food, right, because
was all natural.
Everybody was, yeah. That's a great point.
So I'm like
When the
thinking,
food was better.
right,
Mm.
and then like the food, whatever you ingest, made you better. It made you live longer. You know what I mean? Because you didn't have these impurities like you got to go now. Like, who would have thought that an egg? And I'm trying to get into this. I did the research on the egg. All these eggs, and everybody's paying a high price. Do you know what an egg really is? And then the process it goes through?
No.
All right. Well, this might be a little bit vulgar, but I'm going to say it anyway because you need to know this. I'm going to lay it on them and you like like we always do. But an egg is like a menstrual of a chicken.
Really?
That's the menstrual period that goes through it. And like that's what you paying for? And like I'm a average egg eater. But as I did the research to that, those eggs can stay in there because what that is, and you can look at it up on like the web. It's a menstrual cycle that comes out that a chicken comes out with, and that's the egg. That's like $12 a dozen. So, and like saying that, I'm like, I'm finished with it. But and it was natural back then. They were eating eggs there, but that was a little bit off subject. But yeah, what about?
I never was a big egg eater back in the day because I was like, well, how does an egg? Do they catch it before it becomes a chicken?
Rick Bird, FaceTime video.
Oh, you got a call. Somebody trying to get on. Somebody trying to get on our show. You want to join?
Hello? Nah. Yes,
Trying to get on the show?
We're trying to get on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we doing the show, man. Yeah, we on schedule.
Oh, you want me to send you an invite or you scared?
I'll be on next week.
All right.
You what? What do you say?
I'll be on next week.
No,
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Love you, bye.
Yeah, but getting back to what I was saying about the eggs.
Well, I was saying I used to be scared to eat eggs because I used to, think, how does one egg become an egg versus another baby chicken?
Yeah.
So I was like fearful of it, kind of.
Yeah, well,
But anyway, I don't want to talk about eggs because we talked about them last week.
Yeah.
But that is interesting. It is a molecular biology
Oh yeah.
of, what does it say? Of a cell.
Mm-hmm. But it's a missile.
Oh man, because when you think about a woman and
Absolutely,
eggs, oh nasty.
So I'm like saying that, and then so what can I say, ladies and gentlemen? I might have spoiled your thing.
Oh no, it's just a conversation.
A conversation.
But I'm getting ready to go into something that's gonna change things a little bit.
Yeah, well, hold on, let me finish.
Oh, you finished? I thought you was done. I thought you said you didn't want to talk about it.
Be like the Wild Wild West, able to carry rifle, to like protect me and mine. That's where I would like to go with this. You know what I mean? Back in the Western days, was like like a man was a man. It wasn't no soft, wasn't no soft mess around here. Everybody's soft, or you come. Listen, if you had chores you do, get your chores done. If not, you go out there to the whipping post. You come back in. You gonna do it tomorrow? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that done tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm starting tonight. You know what I mean? But with now, we got to be all soft and finicky. People got feelings, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, man. Listen, that's life. Your feelings gonna get hurt. It depends on how they get hurt. What people, as parents, do, they like to more or less regulate everything, so like it won't feel so soft. So like it won't feel so hard. But the point about it is, what are you in fact is given to the child in that instance that I can be soft? No, life is not soft. You know what I mean? All you got to do is say, God, let show me my next move. You know what I mean? Uh, have him order your steps. But then you get into like religion. Boy, like we don't want to go there either because we can go there too if you want. But you got to have some kind of religious background or backing in order for you to move forward. Without it, you lost. But let's get back on track, Trina. What was yours?
Oh no, yeah. So we did that. I wanted to talk to you about what would you do if you made a bet 2 weeks ago on the Commanders and the Eagles,
Uh-huh.
and you bet the person,
Yeah.
and they didn't pay you, and you were the only one in the room who was rooting for the Eagles. You at this party, you the only one rooting for the Eagles. Everybody looking at you like you crazy, cracking on you, saying all kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden, the Eagles win with a landslide against the Commanders, and now everybody's rooting for the Eagles to beat that other team. I don't even want to mention their name.
Okay.
Of that other team, and of course they blow them out. That was like, that to me was like that was sending a mess. Everything about that game was sending a message to the people who think they really are in control. And that game, and to me, the Eagles winning like they did sent a message that, yeah, you may think you got the control, but you really, really don't.
Yeah.
Because those other ones were supposed to win. They were supposed to everything, but that Philly came in there and tore it up. Made the other quarterback look like a loser.
No, but they
And the
already had
team
two.
members look like a loser.
But they already had two rings.
Kelsey spent $3 million to entertain Taylor and his family. So, couple of things here. What would you do if you found out, if you realized that the people who sit in those big boxes at those big games, the players pay for that, or anybody pays for that space,
True.
even the players.
It's not
Like,
free.
yeah, nothing's
used
free
to be.
anymore. It used
Yeah.
to be. It used to be when a person had a hit radio, hit a hit show, a record, that the radio station would play it.
Right.
No, these people pay to have their record played. You think every time you turn on the radio, every 5 minutes you hear a Beyonce song? She paying for that. You think that, her daughter getting all those awards at such a young age? She paying for that. They spending a lot of money to be relevant.
For one thing, they have it. For one thing,
Well, they do have it, but see, the thing is that's what I was about to say. We spend everybody spends money on something they like to do,
right,
and they really, in a lot of cases, may not be able to afford to do it, but they do it anyway because it makes them feel good, and they feel like, I worked hard, I should be able. But then what happens after you spend that money? Your next step is, okay, I got to go out there and I got to make some more so I can compensate for that money that I spent. Or if I'm paying my bill or my car payment this month, I got to go out there and maybe do an extra side hustle so I can have some extra money so I can go to the movies or go do something else I want. And it's just a winding, it's a revolving circle of
yeah, it's ongoing.
And it's not just poor people, middle class, upper class, and rich and billionaires. They spend so much money that they gotta wake up every morning figuring out how they're gonna make more money to keep that lifestyle. And we as poor people don't understand that they are as threatened as we are. And they're threatened in a different way. My perception of that is that when nobody can come, they can't pay the housekeeper to come in and clean the house for $1,000 a week. What will they do? If we can't afford, like we've sometimes had that Mary Maids people come in, and like when we had some painting and work done inside the house, we had them come in and do a major cleanup.
True.
And that was like what, $250? Okay. It didn't really set us back, but that same Mary Maid is not going to go over to a rich person's house and charge 250. It's going to be 2,000 500 or maybe even 15,000. So their cost of living is a lot higher, but they in the same boat we in. You got to keep making that money so you can keep doing it.
Yeah, well,
So don't look at it like they special, because they not. They worse off than we are, because they don't know how to survive. If the lights go out over there on their property, you see them. A lot of them, especially athletes and big stars, they fall to grace. They end up in the streets because they don't know how to live no other way.
So they don't know how to manage their money.
Know how to manage their money. They don't know how to save for a rainy day.
Like the way you talking, like you trying to shoot them some bail.
I ain't shooting them no bail. I know where they at. I remember when we were in our 30s, we had a paper route. We had one of the largest paper routes in Pleasantville. And we just thought we had it made. We would get up 5 o'clock. Well, how many 250 papers we throw? 250 papers we throw on Sunday. Sunday was 350.
Yeah.
And we would throw the papers and come back home, get a shower, go to work. Saturday and Sunday came. Friday night, we would go hit the streets and start collecting our money. We get like $200, $300, $400 sometimes in our pocket, and we would just go do stuff over the weekend, and we just knew it was just it was a perfect world. We had our little extra gig work. We had our regular jobs. We just had fun. We enjoyed it. Well, Atlantic City Press changed the game. Mm-hmm. They changed the narrative. They started giving papers, putting papers out, saying pay 30 days later. So when you go to collect 30 days later, you didn't get no money, because I didn't order that paper. Yeah. I just thought it was, free.
I thought it was free.
So it just, and we got rid of it. But we were so in tune to that extra income. We went out and bought a Jeep just to throw the papers. We bought things just because we thought that would last forever. And as young people, you don't understand that things can change in a drop of a hat. And so therefore, we are older now and we know how to plan for things that we're doing so that we don't disrupt. But if you never had that downfall, you always, you grew up in a house. Imagine, Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids. They don't know how to struggle for anything. Imagine what they're going to turn out to be besides spenders. Some of them have integrity. Some
some of them go,
some of these rich kids,
come through the,
but most of them.
Woodwork.
I was looking at what's his name, Bester Beaver. What's his name?
What, Leave It to Beaver?
No, what's the Beaver kid? The little cute little kid. That little white boy. He was a singer. Beaver somebody. They showed a picture of him, the one that was entitled with
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he was caught up with that P. Diddy thing. Yeah. Oh man, that guy oh man, he don't even look like the same person. Yeah. And you look at people with money. I would like to be who we are right now. We're not rich and we're not poor. Yeah. Well, and we're happy.
Right. It goes back to self. Self-care isn't selfish. In these days and age, it's essential. And you got to take care of yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of somebody else? Because the 2025 is pregnant with new possibilities. And you got to be able to be up to speed for those new possibilities. If you're not, you might miss the boat. And I think about how many boats you done missed. You know what I mean? What, your original question, Trina?
Yeah, because we that philosophizing.
It was like, what was your original question so I can answer?
I was just saying that
you went off deep in there.
No, I was saying that the rich people, we can't look at rich people as being better off than we are. And what would you do if you didn't have the money? If all your money left you, would you still be able to survive? Would you still? How would you act?
Hold on. Let me get back to the original question. You said the original question was if somebody made a bet.
Oh yeah. If somebody made a bet, aka Rick Bird, who made a bet between the Commanders and the Eagles.
What all this was about?
Yes.
All that conversation was about.
And that $15 that you were supposed to pay me. It was $15. And you haven't paid me yet. Yeah. What would you do to that person?
Well,
and it led into, what would you do if you didn't have, if you lost all your money?
Yeah. All right. Well, you got a point.
Because her mom is saying, take all your money out the bank now. She don't trust the banks. Get your money out. But I mean, we've been
Well,
thinking
you got a
about
point
it. Yeah, and we've been thinking about it.
there. Okay. Well, I think we done beat this up, well enough, and we could probably go into because what we're giving is open-ended questions. Well, I got one for you, and like any of you can answer this. What would you do to improve your community? Bam.
Well, I think it's more or less what haven't I done to improve my community.
All right.
I was trying to do a screen share, but it's not doing it. Uh, what haven't I done to improve my community? I've been community based oriented since I quit my job at Caesars and we opened up the TBYRD variety store. I obviously did that to be a business owner and to make money, but then I became more community oriented because of it and just saw that my life could be a situation where I could um, give back as well as be in business, make money, change lives,
Mm-hmm.
put my little stamp that I was here on this earth. Have people saying, "Oh, I went to that school 25 years from now," things like that. So um, I would say I would just keep doing what I'm doing now.
Okay. Well, that's a
But
good
if I
one.
had more money, I would. If I was rich, I would. I would take every building in Pleasantville that's tore down and messed up and remodel it, and I would I would change the whole concept of Pleasantville, New Jersey.
Okay.
I would just make it a city that was on the map. I tried
I
running
thought
for
you was gonna
mayor.
say city on the move. I was
Oh,
like,
hell no. Hell no. I ran for mayor back in 2000
that was crazy.
and almost won. And then I ran again in 2000 something, eight,
2003,
eight,
8
eight
now.
or
But
something.
like at any rate, I brought that question like to you because I've been your sidekick all along, and like you have done a lot of things to strengthen and like even now NOW, you have people still calling you, still calling us uh, to straighten, the organize community events. Even though we're not there, they still ask for our advice. But they're like things that you got to do. And like, if anybody's listening of like authority, like, like the city fathers, get your notepad out.
Oh, please.
You know what I mean? Organize a community. You know what I mean? And try to bring people together. That's what needs to happen. Support your local businesses and encourage others to do the same. Can you say in the back of your mind after you click off from here that you doing that? You know, um, you got 8 people on that board. Has anybody thought about just a common thing? A common thing. Uh, Create a neighborhood watch. There was a guy. His name is Tim. Like Tim Jones. He uh, he has he has a spinoff. People trying to get that. He got the rent. What you
Rent
call it?
control.
Yeah, like the rent control, and that's a start. But it got to be a lot more startup people, eh, like involved, because you live in that community.
But see, the grassroots in that kind of community it's not working, hasn't
It's
worked.
like
There's a few people that got their little thing going on.
yeah, the little clicks,
Yeah, their little thing going on, and
and
it's
that's
gonna
as far
stay
as
that
it
way.
goes.
And it's not just Pleasantville; it's across the country.
Yeah,
So
but like
people with money,
we can
they
only talk
actually
about
leave. They make money, they leave and they go somewhere else and they build a community someplace else.
true.
But that's the problem. I think if they brought their money back to the community that they came from and saw where they could change the mindset, and you could, when you got money, you could change the mindset of a small town like Pleasantville. because those people will follow where the money is, and they'll appreciate the things that you're doing. You're gonna get some people that are gonna tear you down no matter what. But I believe, but that's what I would do if I came into like millions of dollars. I would.
You would do that investment.
I would invest. I would make Pleasantville a pleasant place to be, and I would definitely get rid of that leadership there, and just get people that are in there that have a vision.
So what you would do? You would like pull a Donald Trump?
No, I wouldn't pull a Donald Trump. I would
Would you give him 60 days to straighten out?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I really would. I mean, come on, you've been in a position for X amount of years, and you can't show what you've done. Come on.
Like the reason
And
why
I don't got nothing against these people personally. It's just
all.
business.
I
don't love them all. I don't love them all.
all.
I don't have nothing against them. I'm not for them and I'm not against them. But what I am for is to better the community. And if you've been doing the same thing for the last 4, 6, 7, 8 years, but that's all you know. If you knew any better, you would do better. But these people don't know better. They're not exposed. They got no business experience. They got no vision. They got no. And if you get mad at me saying this, then I'm talking. You know who you are. Yeah.
Part of the problem. You keep on saying
when you know better, you do better.
You ain't got that. What if you are a true advocate for change, and that's why they voted. That's why they voted for. That's why people voted for you, so that you can help them change. You know what I mean? I don't really see.
Well, I like to invite them on and let them tell us what if we're wrong. Come on the show and tell us what you're doing.
Well,
maybe we're missing something. Maybe we don't see things.
I missed some, but those meetings I do.
Those meetings do tell it all. Woo.
Who's who?
And what's what?
And who's doing what?
But let's get off of that because I really don't even. We want the show to be upbeat, fun. So going to your.
It's almost time for us.
It's almost time for us to get out too.
You want me to go for the third one? I got one here.
What would you do? Oh no! It is your turn.
Okay. Well, what I would do to improve.
No.
What?
You did go. You said, what would you do to change the community? So it's my turn. What would you?
Hold up, buddy. You took my turn, so it's my turn back.
No, it's my turn back because you took your turn back. And when you're back, when you back, you turn. No, go ahead. You can go.
Now I would.
I don't even have one really.
Okay. Well,
you got one. Go ahead.
Well, then what I would.
What would you do if you could eat pork again and not get sick from it? Ooh, that's a good one.
No.
Would you eat bacon, pork chops, spare ribs, pulled pork? If you knew you could eat, what would you do if you could eat pork and it would not get, it was good. It was a real. Is a pig a really? Well, I guess if you feed them right, yeah. No. Because pigs eat. The way pigs live are dangerous to our health.
Same way back to the chicken.
But if you grew,
the chicken was the most.
No, we just thought the chicken was better than the pork.
Better than the pork.
Yeah, but no, all of it's bad. But if you grew your own pig and then ate it, would that be a pig that you could eat? I guess if you fed them good food.
Yeah, and the pig's way of living.
So let's say that was the case. What would, and you only could pick one thing to eat? What would it be? Let me see if I can put this up on the screen. I need to practice it before, but we're always working all the way up to the top of the.
At the top of the hour.
Yeah. So what would it be? Because we all love like.
Yeah, everybody love that pork. Even I do, but like getting back to your original question.
Well, we haven't had pork in.
Going off. What would I do? I would eat the. There's nothing like the smell of pork bacon, especially on a Sunday morning. And I don't know that it has to do to my parents because we used to have, bacon every Sunday morning, and that used to wake me up. I couldn't wait to eat breakfast. But at any rate, yeah, pork bacon, and I'd take me a rib. I'd take me a slab of rib, barbecue ribs, cooked right. Not that fly by night stuff. Those two things.
All right, I think I got it this time to share it.
And you?
Let's see. I want to see if it's on the screen. If
Well,
I
I
did
know
this
you.
right.
You probably.
Yeah, I did. I did do it right. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you probably
All
want.
right, so let's look at
You probably want them ham hocks, huh?
Well, it says Laker ham, so I guess that's the ham. No, I don't want no ham hocks. I definitely want bacon. Definitely want bacon.
Now, what part of the
Neck bones.
Hold up.
Remember them?
Now, what, yeah. Well, now, what part of the bacon is Oh, okay, well you can see. Yeah, bacon right down.
Yeah, bacon's right down
right
there.
on the bottom. Okay.
I don't know. I would. I think I would want. I definitely want the bacon, and I probably would want a rib, a pork rib.
Okay, same as me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely want a pork rib.
Miss.
Now, and we don't eat pork. We haven't eaten pork since 2010. So it's been 15 years. Yeah, 15 years we haven't had pork. Now, what about let's look at beef. Let's see what beef would you eat? Would it be a steak? Or would it be, and look at this. Well, first of all, I wouldn't eat steak if it were
gotta be prime rib.
Red, not at all.
Or you wouldn't eat it.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
yeah,
I wouldn't. That part I wouldn't at all.
Well, they were saying somebody was saying that even if you cook it well done, it's still the impurity is still in there, and they still get inside your body. You know.
All right, here's the beef. So here's the beef. Tell me what you think about. There's the beef. What would you think about the? What would you think about yeah, there it is. Like, oh, that looks like, rare or whatever. But I would like to have a roast beef sandwich. I would like to have a steak maybe. But I just
mustard.
Yeah, I'm not big.
I can still remember that.
That beef thing is not all that great to me.
Yeah. So,
and these are
to get you
This is what I should have put up there. Let me put that up there.
What's that?
Especially now, I know I figured out. I remember how to do it now. I'll remove it and I'll.
Yeah, but just like everything else, some people can't walk in that alignment. Some people need that need their pork every day. The same way them eggs every day.
There's that beef. So there's the.
Okay, you can't really see it, or you can see it a little bit.
A little bit. So you got strip steak. You got T-bone, sirloin. So that's all about the steak. And
it's depending upon how it's cut. What is the same?
Like roast beef. I love. Oh, I know what you would get.
What?
Actually, that's pork. A pastrami sandwich from New York. Remember that New York deli?
Oh man, you talking about? I forgot the name of it. It's well known, been there for 100 years, and that's all they sell is pastrami.
Is that pastrami? But you know what? Today, it just doesn't. It doesn't.
Another one too. I was hoping on. Not to cut you off. Capicola.
Yeah. Again, pork. Again, pork. That's pork. Yeah. So we're supposed to show some of your commercials, Rick.
Yeah, I wasn't ready because I've been doing busy work.
Let me see if I can bring some of them up.
We make that a full day. Right now, you only said we're gonna be on for half an hour.
Yeah, but
let
me. Wait, you put them out on TBYRD Center.
Yeah, just go to
Yeah, I'm gonna go to TBYRD Center.
And they're out there.
All right, here we go. Now I got this thing popping. I remember how to do it. I hadn't done it in such a long time.
Okay.
So I was just kind of like naive to the game. And I think they actually changed some of the ways that they had it set up because we haven't been using it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it really won't play. It's a still shot.
Yeah, it probably is because it doesn't have enough to generate. But if you go there to the TBYRD Center, they're all out there in their full entirety. And you can take a look at my work. And if you think you can be helpful, this is you can see like the sketches on there. This is Black History Month, and what I did,
Yeah, it's not playing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
right, I did like a compilation of like all the things to, in fact, tell a story. And I think we all have a story to tell. A story meaning that, yeah, okay, above my research, this is what I come up with, and I hope you enjoy it. And it took a lot of time to want to compile this, and like again, doing my research, and there's one yet to come out on the great inventors that they have more or less that we have more or less, or people have more or less stepped over. But I want to see if I can bring them back to life. So
Let's try to see it.
like a couple more days.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out how because I know you can play the video.
Yeah. Okay.
I just gotta
Well,
like.
they probably already went to the site already on the TV. But it's cool. But like I said, you can go and it's entirely. Matter of fact, I put the theme music behind it so you can enjoy it rather than be like some dead pictures. And I can do all that through like a program in which I use. But it still takes a lot of
well, you get a lot of
human
requests
talent.
for at political time. You get a lot of requests to do political stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, it's still all
I gotta
good.
play around with this platform and make sure. We just got on Apple Podcast and Spotify, so we're looking to build our viewership.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about just keep it light. I don't
Yeah.
want to really get into the politics and all the crazy things that's going on in the world right now because it's just just too much. It's too overwhelming. Everybody's talking about it.
Because a lot of people,
these people that
a lot of people talk about it, but like you can't protect what you don't understand, and like sometimes it takes longer for people to understand what they need to know.
And remember that it's Black History Month. I did a hashtag Black History Month post so that everybody would go ahead and post every day something positive that Black people have brought to this world that we live in. And because a lot of people just don't know what contributions Black folks have made to the world. And you'd be surprised that knowledge of, which is why it's so many people trying to keep you from it,
right?
From knowing what it is, because if you knew, like the traffic light is one that's commonly talked about. Inventions from Black people.
Once you get into that Black History Month, there's a few little nuggets out there that you can actually hold on to.
Exactly. So anyway, any closing remarks, Ricky? I'm tired. That's
nah, it sound like you are.
It's been and I'm wondering. I think once you share the screen, it's like a still shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how the video.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's something out there that does it. We just don't have it.
But I thought it was StreamYard.
They have certain restrictions now.
But I can switch over. See, these are some of the portraits that you did. These are some of the. This was a presentation that you made, right, for Black History for a client. And you put all these. He gave the pictures, and you made something out of it.
Yes.
Or did you do the research for the pictures?
No. He gave me a few. But like I said, I made a theme like that. Like all we have now is those pictures, like those memories. We don't have anything, monumental like statues and all. Sure, we have a few, but we contribute so much around the world. You know what I mean? And a lot of people might not pick up what I'm putting down, but it is reality. And then once you go through the theme, it paints a picture.
Mm-hmm.
See, because like right now, we can say stuff like this. It ain't like like how people ask, what, what did you bring to the table? So what I bring to the table, I'll bring to the table. You might not get it, but this is me. That's my thing for the night. Okay, there it is.
All right, cool. I figured it out. I don't know how I did it though.
Hey, this is Rick Bird coming to you from the TBYRD Training Center. So, if you want to make some money, and you can't count to 21, can you? But if you can, just give it a try. One down and see it. At TBYRD Center, you can call 9356. Discuss some details. Talk to you in a few.
All right, wait a minute. I can stop this. That's another one. Oh, once you stop it, I'm trying to like shut it down. It won't.
All
right, there we go.
All going at one time. So yeah, I can do little, like little tricks like that here and there. But
I'm gonna mess around with this so next week I can kind of maneuver around so we can have it in sync, and it'll keep on. I don't know what I did to even get there. I gotta remember.
Yeah, but
I gotta figure it out. Yeah, it did. It started playing, and I think it locks it in. And getting back to it to change it is a different story.
Okay.
I think
you can get a few other things. That's one there. It's another one there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of that one.
All right, yeah, it's coming in. I don't know if it's going full screen.
But we'll be all right.
Yeah, there it is.
Everybody knows the theme of that music now.
Mm-hmm.
Engines, baby. Nah. But all right, it's been a good show.
Yeah, all right, we'll keep doing it.
You know what I mean?
We'll definitely keep doing it, and we're where were we at this weekend? And we were talking, and I wanted to get he wasn't a staunch Republican, but he had a lot of things he agreed with the Republicans, and he said he was going to try to make time to come on the show. So we're still looking for somebody that wants to come on and just have a lovely conversation about difference of opinions, opposed to just understanding what
Well, just remember a lot of in-person memories we remember perfectly because it's something that really sticks in your mind. So come on, Miss Bird, we got a little dead time. I see you a little tired.
Oh no, I was looking at
walking. I mean,
this thing came in about the Kendrick Lamar performance. It made it to CNN. No, it's CNBC.
Oh,
and the Reed. Even Stephanie Mills, she posted some information. So yeah, we want to report on that.
Yeah, we got a little bit, but there was a whole lot of hidden
gems in there. Yeah.
Yeah, as you could say, that a lot of hidden things that if you didn't know the background, like my son tells me this all the time. If you don't know the background, you can't know like the foreground or how it was laid out. And that's which is true, especially with these with these singers and like rappers, and then the beats. Man, there's so many out there you can't even keep up with it. So how would I know?
Exactly.
I got work to do.
All righty, it was good.
Ms. Bird.
All right, Mr. Bird.
Thank you for inviting me. I'll really
pay me my money.
Yeah, all right, we'll get to that.
That's what I'm talking about. Pay me my money. All right, we're out. We will see you next week.
Where's your theme music at? Like a good night?
I'm about to play it. Well, let me play this one. I like this one too. Watch. That's like a quickie. That's like is that like a 5-second one?
Yeah, that's the one.
You did that one or Lamar did that
No,
one?
Lamar did that. My son did that. Lamar. He did that one, pulled it up, and we've been using it ever since.
Yeah, so I can add the clips, Rick. What I could do is add them in here, and so I don't have to try to go to the format. Like I could just bring them in, and then we can play them like really quick.
Okay, well,
So if you emailed them to me, I'd be able to and download them. I'd be able to put like a quick tip clip of it.
All right.
Put it in like my.
Yeah, I would love for you to capture the moment, baby.
I think I'm gonna put one up here now. Oh, okay, it's a maximum, so it can.
I think someone might be a little.
10 minutes. You can only have 10 minutes. That was actually a video clip. That I was just trying to bring a video in. It can't be 10. We don't need 10 minutes. We need like 30-second, 60-second ones.
Yeah.
And then we could just show them.
Like we work it out, we'll get it out.
Yeah,
like,
we just gotta be more prepared because we usually are working right up to or just getting the bite to eat, and then tonight, and then once we get the bite to eat, then we do the show. Then we can have a little cocktail and start all over again tomorrow. Because I'm gonna have me a little glass of wine. You know, when you get in your 60s, you can't drink liquor. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's something you just can't.
Find out like we found
yeah,
out.
you just can't. You gotta have yourself a little.
And I used to always, if you one of these like Pleasantvillean, there was a guy, you might have heard of him. He was world renowned throughout Pleasantville. His name was Mr. Joe Perry. And I went with him out one night. And so I'm like, a little bit younger than him. I ordered a Hennessy, this, that, and the other thing. And he said, give me a Coca-Cola. And we at the bar. And I'm saying, why is he ordering Coca-Cola with all this liquor around here?
And you was treating.
Yeah, like I was treating. So, and then he told me, he said, when you come to a bar, you don't get no hard drink. You get a Coke and you lay back and you watch everybody else. Because once they get a little bit of that fire in them, the truth come out. I said, oh. But anyway, that's my song for the day.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we were at Pistol Pete's one time.
So you got one too?
And you know the story. And the guy, he ran the Atlantic City Press. He was tore up from the floor up. And he was sitting near us.
Yes, he has a good jewel.
Yeah, and he told us, he said, you guys are great at what you do. He said, but you'll never in this town get your just dessert. Because people don't know how to handle you guys.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do with you. And people here don't like people that they think are smarter than them. And their form of defense is to tear you up.
Or tear you down.
And tear you down, kick you around. He said, so you'll never. And he was partially right. But we still hung up in there. You said, what we do for our community. We're still doing it.
We're still here.
So.
All right. So what's your closing remarks, Trina?
God takes care of people. He makes sure you get good when you do good. He makes sure you get bad when you do bad. So I'll leave it to God. I'll do what I got to do for as long as he lets me do it. And try and enjoy all of it as I'm doing it.
And mine is keep God in your life. And if he's not in your life, get him there.
And when you get 60 and you get gray hair, diet.
Yeah. That's it. Get the steamers. We out of here.
Because people think, you in your 60s?
We out of here.
Like, yeah, I'm in my 60s. They don't believe you.
Trina, don't start reminiscing.
If I had gray hair all over my head like I really do.
Don't play yourself like that.
Then they be like, oh, yeah, you about 60-something. How much?
Don't play yourself like that.
I'm not playing myself. I'll dye my hair till the day I die.
All right.
I'm just,
Yeah, that's food for thought.
I'm going to keep it, my hair, the same color as it is now, as long as I feel that way. If I feel tired and don't care, you'll probably see gray.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Enough said.
Enough said.
Thank you for your service.
We out. Let me play my daggone closing.
Please
We
do.
see y'all next week.